This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for May 31, 2023. And in the news this evening, 2 shot, 1 fatally in St. James gun attack. A man was shot and killed and another injured in an incident in Roehampton district in St. James on Tuesday afternoon. The deceased has so far only been identified as Presser. It is reported that shortly after 2 p.m., the men were among a group of persons at a shop in Roehampton when men traveling on board a motor car opened gunfire, hitting them. The police were summoned, and on their arrival, both men were discovered suffering from gunshot wounds and were rushed to hospital. Presser was pronounced dead while the other man was admitted in serious condition. No motive has yet been established for the shooting. Man to serve 25 years for double murder. A Kingston man who pleaded guilty for his role in a brazen 2013 daylight robbery that ended in a double murder will have to spend 25 years in prison for his crime. Shane Coke was given the mandatory life sentence and ordered to serve 25 years before he is eligible for parole during a hearing in the Home Circuit Court on Tuesday. Coke was convicted for the shooting deaths of businessman Adolph Campbell, a licensed firearm holder, and one of his employees, Michael Francis, at his Linford Avenue St. Andrew business place on April 12, 2013. Another man who was with Campbell and Francis escaped unhurt. Coke's accomplice was shot dead by the businessman. Coke fled the scene of the shooting with his firearm, Campbell's licensed gun, and the gun belonging to his mortally wounded crony, according to evidence prosecutors had lined up for his trial. He was apprehended by the police a short time later, and the guns seized after the car in which he was traveling was intercepted near the crime scene. He was pointed out during an identification parade by a policeman who witnessed the mid-morning shooting. The police report that about 9 a.m. on April 12, 2013, Campbell was sitting in front of his business place along with Francis and another man. Coke and his accomplice were seen walking along Kew Road before turning onto Linford Avenue and stopping at a garage. They turned back and went to where Campbell and his employee were sitting and asked if they knew where the radiator shop was before pulling handguns. Coke's accomplice grabbed a gold chain from around Campbell's neck before a tussle developed between them. According to the police report, the accomplice opened the fire after Campbell pulled his licensed firearm and Francis ran to his assistance. The businessman returned the gunfire, and when the shooting ended, all three were found with gunshot wounds. Coke tried to help his accomplice flee the scene, but the wounded man collapsed and later succumbed to his injuries. Kartel reportedly battling Graves' disease and heart conditions. It has emerged online that Vybz Kartel, the incarcerated dancehall star, is suffering from an autoimmune disorder known as Graves' disease, which, coupled with 2 alleged heart conditions, makes his present situation life-threatening. Broadcaster Lisa Evers of Fox 5 New York said she had obtained a sworn medical affidavit from Vybz Kartel's private doctor, endocrinologist Karen Phillips, which outlined that the dancehall star has been battling Graves' disease for 7 years and that despite being treated, it has not gone into remission. Evers also revealed that the 47-year-old DJ has 2 heart conditions that are getting worse and that without surgery he could die. Fighting for his life, yes, it can be dangerous. We do not want to get a phone call to say because he was under this 23-hour lockdown and unable to breathe that he succumbed to his illness, Kartel's attorney at law, Isaac Buchanan, warned during an interview with Evers on Tuesday. Buchanan said he had visited the reputed King of Dancehall on Monday, May 29, and reported that he was not in great shape after being locked down for 23 hours a day over 2 alleged cell phone infractions within 3 days. Mr. Palmer's condition is life-threatening, Buchanan said gravely. His face is actually swell, and as I said, one of the things is, he always wears glasses because the condition that he has causes his eyes to protrude. Kartel's condition is allegedly exacerbated by a 23-hour prison lockdown placed on the DJ following the recent discovery of cell phones within his cell. He is in a cell, and if you can picture a brick oven, because that's how those cells are built, the ventilation is next to none, Buchanan argued. Graves' disease can become fatal when it is left untreated. That's because with the disease, your immune system attacks your thyroid, a small butterfly-shaped gland at the base of your neck. According to medical resources, getting treatment and making the appropriate lifestyle changes will significantly improve your outcome and the quality of life. Eating foods that have large amounts of iodine, such as kelp, dulse, or other kinds of seaweed, may cause or worsen hypothyroidism. The summertime DJ has had many medical scares over the past decade, often necessitating trips to medical institutions such as the Kingston Public Hospital and the University Hospital of the West Indies. Couple charged following seizure of firearm and ammo in Westmoreland. Detectives assigned to the Savannah Lamar Police in Westmoreland have arrested and charged 2 people following the seizure of a firearm and the several rounds of ammunition on Blackheath Road in the parish on Tuesday, May 30. Charged with possession of illegal firearm and ammunition, dealing in prohibited weapon, and the possession of parts of a firearm are 30-year-old Janoy Barron, a shop operator of Blackheath Road in the parish, and a 30-year-old Simone Walker of 3 Miles River, also in the parish. Reports are that about 5:45 a.m., lawmen went to Barron's home, where a room occupied by the couple was searched. A 9mm pistol along with a magazine containing 16 rounds and an extended magazine containing 5 rounds were found inside a blackboard box. The couple was subsequently arrested and charged after a question and answer session with their attorney. Their court date is being finalized. Education Minister calls out the JTA for false claims regarding pay. Education Minister Favour Williams has expressed the frustration with the claims by the Jamaica Teachers Association about inaccuracies in the salaries of educators. The president of the Westmoreland chapter of the Jamaica Teachers Association had claimed that a teacher received a salary of only $6.68. Minister Williams says the claim is false. She provided a breakdown of the salary for the teacher in question, which showed that after deductions, she received $58,000 for March, $91,000 in April, and $358,000 in May. Mrs. Williams said the ministry will continue to examine cases brought to its attention to determine the veracity of the claims.
Whenever these issues come up, we are going to research them and we're going to put it out in public. We're tired of just the negatives around this, the innuendos. We're tired of the false claims, and we'd like the president of the JTA, Mrs. LaSonia Harrison, to bring us specifics. It does us no good for her to continue to speak in generalities. We can't research generality, but we can research a particular teacher. We can look at the pay slip of a teacher and try to answer the questions that that teacher may have.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.